childhood traumas are real and they have a way of crippling into our lives. At the time of recording this video, I am 28 years old, and if I can go back to my 18-year-old self and advise her on how to navigate her 20s, here's what I would say to her. Your family can shape the way you turn out to be. Don't let family issues distract you. I am Nigerian, I am African, we are big on family, but don't let your background distract you because your background can influence your growth. If you grow up in a chaotic household, it will affect you. If you grow up in a family where you are constantly being put down, it will affect your self esteem. At 18, you should know that your family, your background can affect your adulthood. It can affect the way you make your decisions. It can affect the way you reason, the way you turn out to be. So at 18, you should start molding yourself into a better adult, like far away from your family upbringing, far away from your chaotic life or your family issues. Like explore, be open-minded. In the outer world, you're going to meet a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, from different ethnicity, different tribes, different religions. And if you are not open-minded, you won't be able to relate with people outside your comfort zone well. You will not be able to relate with them nicely because you are confined into what your family and your background shape you into. So at 18, you should be open-minded. You should not let your family background or your family issues distract you. I know we are big on family, Africa are big on family, but don't let them distract you. Don't let any family issues put you down or make you to make certain decisions because this is how you were trained or this is how you are brought up to be. You should always be open-minded, always learn outside what you know or you grow up with in your family. Number two is childhood traumas have a way of crippling your adult life. If you have any childhood trauma, make sure that if you have the ability, if you have the means, seek professional help. Like treat your childhood traumas because it's going to affect your adult life. If you don't have the means to treat your childhood traumas, to seek professional help, talk to an adult or an individual that you trust. Talk about it. Don't ignore it because it's going to affect your adult life. It's going to affect your self-esteem. It's going to affect the way you reason. It's going to affect your decisions, how you make your decisions, how you interact with people. Childhood traumas are real and they have a way of crippling into our lives. So if you have any childhood traumas, make sure that you treat it. If you have a means to seek for professional help, and if you don't bottle it in. Talk to a trusted individual that you feel like by opening up is a way of healing. So at least you are able to heal, you are able to hear certain advice and opinions and road to healing or even connection to where you get professional help. So if you have any childhood trauma, treat it, don't ignore it. It have a way of affecting your adult life, and trust me, most at times it affects you negatively. So don't ignore childhood traumas. Lesson number three is your dreams, your plans, your aspirations will change as you step into adulthood. At 18, you might be having certain plans, certain aspirations. But as you grow into adulthood, by 20, by 21, you start to see that certain experiences, certain setbacks, certain decisions will affect your plans, will affect your aspirations, and even your goals in life. So don't be too rigid with your plans. Be open-minded, be open to changes. Always be comfortable with failures, because you will face failures. Always be comfortable with yourself trying and trying and trying. If you fail, try again. Try from scratch, start from scratch if needs be. Always try new things and make all the mistakes that you can as an adult. It's okay. Don't be too rigid on yourself, don't be too hard on yourself, and accept changes as they come, because as you step into adulthood, definitely your plans, your goals might not really go according to how you want them to be. So accept the changes that comes with certain life decisions or life uncertainties that happens to you. This will help you to navigate your adult life easily. Number 4 is read, read, and develop your personal skills. Like, reading shapes your thinking. Reading will make you to have wide variety of perspectives. Reading will make you to see the future. And if you are reading, you are enriching your mind. So reading is very important in your adult life, be it fiction, be it non-fiction. I'm not going to recommend any book, but just be open-minded and read and develop your personal skills. You don't need to wait for you to be taught in school how to do this, how to do that. The internet makes it easy for you to learn so many things. So develop your personal skills, develop discipline, develop consistency, develop being productive as an adult. So start to read more, start to develop your personal skills more, especially discipline and consistency, because without those two, you will find your adult life very, very difficult. But if you have discipline, if you are consistent, if you don't give up, if you have resilience, definitely you're going to enjoy your adult life. So always enrich your mind by reading and reading and reading. Men, love, and in between. This is from a woman's perspective. So don't trust blindly. He is not safe until you are safe. So always have room for someone making mistake. Don't trust men blindly, and love will happen. Your first love might not be your great love. You find people that you will love and they will love you beautifully, and you find yourself in situations where your love life will be draining. It will also affect your emotional being. You will be betrayed, you might hurt someone might hurt you, and all the uncertainties that comes when you are in love, when you are in a relationship with men and all that. And similarly, even for men, women will happen to you, love will happen to you. You break someone's heart, someone will break your heart. And just be open, don't be too rigid on yourself, don't be too hard on yourself that this first love is a great love, or this man is the great man for me, until he prove that he is. So always be alert. Don't ignore any red flag that are very obvious, that are glaring at you. Don't ignore. Don't try to change someone to suit your personality, because in most cases they will pretend, and then later on when you are into the relationship 100%, they will start showing that thing that you thought you change or that you thought they have stopped doing. If you have things that it's a deal breaker for you, always make sure that you don't ignore them when you see your man doing it or portraying them. So men love women will happen, and you have to navigate with all the uncertainties that it may come with, because you will not have it perfect. Maybe you might meet 10 people before you meet the right one. Maybe the first man you love will become your great love, but just be open-minded that your first love might not be your great love, and there's all tendencies that you're going to make a wrong person that you meet wrong person that will torment you, that will hurt you so badly, and you also meet people that will love you greatly, and they will shape you, they will change you, they will improve your life. And you also meet people that you yourself will hurt or break up with them. So always enjoy and navigate your love life with caution and with optimism, and with embracing all the flaws and the beauties that it comes with it. It's okay to get married late. It's okay to get married at 30, at 35, at 40. You might be planning, or you might be wishing or praying to get married at 20 or at 25, and life will happen. You might not meet the right person, or certain things will not work for you, and you end up getting married maybe at in your late 20s, or even in your early 30s or late 30s. So no one should pressure you into getting married when you know you are not ready, when you know that you've not found the right person, when you know that the relationship is not going to be good for you. Because sometimes when you are getting into your late 20s, people will start pressuring you, the society will start pressuring you, and if you give into society's pressure, you might end up accepting just anyone that comes your way, and in the end you might not really enjoy your marriage. Another thing is to have a purpose even after getting married. Your purpose might be to be a very good housewife. It's okay, but being a housewife requires hard work. So even if your goal is to be a full housewife, you know that you have to put in your best. You have to do certain things to make your home a happy home. Likewise, if you are married and you want to achieve so many things, even as a housewife, then definitely do that. Especially if you have a supportive husband, don't let your dreams, don't let your purpose ends with you being a housewife. If you dream for more, if you aspire for more, always work toward achieving that. Marriage should not stop you from becoming what you want to become, or from achieving certain things. The seventh lesson is taking your finances seriously. Like, strive to be financially independent, strive to have financial freedom is very, very important. Start thinking about how you can make money, legit money, halal money. As you are 18, you should start thinking about how to make money, how to break from poverty's shackle, because poverty is not nice. So whether it is through corporate job, whether through entrepreneurship, whether through startup or anything, just make sure that you are working hard to make sure that you are financially independent. So don't useless your life like, oh, I'm in school, I'm still dependent on my parents. My parents are sending me allowance, so I don't need to work to earn money. No, as you are in school, start looking for how to do internships, start looking for what to do to earn something. Because if you do not do all those things, you do not have experience, you do not do any trial and fail, as you step into adulthood, as you graduate from your college or university or wherever, you will find it hard to navigate those steps you to navigate those that phase. So take your finances seriously, have it change your mindset that, oh, my parents are sending me allowance, or my parents are still alive, or I have an uncle that is very rich that will settle me. No, take your finances seriously and try to work hard so that you will become financially independent. And the last lesson, which is very, very important, is develop personal relationship with God and love yourself. Developing personal relationship with God, I don't mean you should go more to church, you should go more to mosque or any temple. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is you and your God develop a personal relationship. Talk to Him, ask Him, share your ideas with Him, like call on Him. Like, you don't need to wait for someone to intercede for you. You don't need for someone to pray for you. You don't need for someone to teach you to love God. Start loving God yourself. You don't need someone to teach you how to connect with God. With what you know, connect with Him, talk to Him, like develop very personal relationship that cannot be broken by anyone. It has to be personal. Each and every individual have a way of conversing with God. Like, develop your own personal way, your own personal style of talking to God, of loving God in your own way. Don't wait for someone to teach you that, okay, this is exact way to do that. You must do this and do this and do this before you reach God. You should develop your own personal way to talk to God, especially to reach out to God, to love God, in irrespective of you are in a happy situation or sad situation. You should develop, like, no one will teach you that. You should develop that personal relationship, that personal connection yourself. And the other aspect is loving yourself. Love yourself, like love yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else, so love yourself. By loving yourself, if you have issues with your physical image or people with disabilities, if you don't love yourself, how do you expect other people to love you? If you have if you are someone who is suffering from with so much weight or obesity, and you don't love yourself, how do you expect other people to love you? And if you are someone who is very conscious of your activities, and you fear people will judge you and all that, it will affect you. So love yourself first. And I hope this 8 life lesson is going to help someone who is stepping into adulthood. And if you are an adult already in your late 20s, in your early 30s, please share some life lessons that you wish you knew in your teenage years and you wish other people will learn from you. So please kindly drop comments in the comment section, and I'm open to learning from all of your lessons that you learn. And please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.